Hello, what's up, chat? How's it going? What up, Doctor Freaky? Hi, I feel a little under the weather, bit sniffly today. I'll try not to sneeze too hard. Um, yeah, Patron deck reviews. Just gonna try and go over a couple of these. See what's up. How many have we gotten to so far? 59. That's a good amount. Yo, what up, Elk Man? Yo, what up, Danzy? All right, let's go to. Here we go. All right, what were the ones that I did recently? I did this one. I did the flubs list. I did the Zergo list. That's the name of the guy. Let's do this one. Oh, I haven't explained how this works yet. Hello, yo, what up, Ruby? Basically, if you're a patron, tier 2 or tier 3, you can submit a deck list, and then I kind of go through them, not quite at random, just whatever catches my eye, and then I talk about them on stream. Okay. This one caught my eye because I have not seen this commander yet. Marlin, Fae Ascendant. 2 Insulti for a 4/5 elf, fairy, noble, flying. Whenever another elf or fairy you control enters, exile the top 2 cards of target opponent's library. Once each turn, you may cast a spell with mana value less than or equal to the number of elves and fairies you control among cards exiled with Marlin without paying its mana cost. Interesting. If the spell you cast has excess mana cost, you must choose 0 as the value when casting without paying its mana cost. Okay. If Marlin enters the same time as one or more elves or fairies, its first ability would trigger for each of those other elves and fairies as well as itself. Oh, okay. So you're using alternative cost to cast the spell, you can't pay any. Yeah, alright. Cool. Alright. It's good to look at the rulings for a new commander, just in case you miss anything. Exiled with Marlin this turn. So limits to what you can cast. Yes, but you do get to cast it for free, which is pretty sweet. I'm kind of curious what other people are doing with this. Fairies, elves, this seems like a sort of mistake of EDH Rex system, because it might not actually be that. So it sounds like you mostly just want like utility elves and fairies, right? Let's take a look at what this patron user actually said for their deck. You feel like you're trying too many game plans and supporting too much tribal, even though you have both fairies and elves and not just one creature type. You enjoy the thieving and that every creature has purpose. Like the fairies are also counter spells on board, but how do I do all this? I mean, this is like a classic problem, right? Oh, I'm sorry, Elk Man, that work was tough. This is a classic problem with EDH deck building, right? Is you have this deck, like a commander like this that can lean different ways, and you just need to pick one. So what that means is we need to just trim the stuff that like isn't the one that you want to pick. So we have 2 options. Is one, you can add more cards like automaton, is that what it is? There's too many cards. What's something that lets you like? Oh man, I'm trying to think of like a card that lets you just cares about types in general. Coat of Arms. Here we go. Okay, so cards like Coat of Arms. If we say I put this text in here. Each creature on the battlefield gets for each other creature on the battlefield that shares, and I guess I'll just cut it with that. Okay, well, I guess there's only one other card that does that. Patchwork Banner. Yeah, Patchwork Banner. Patchwork Banner lets you have to choose a creature type. I was just trying to think of ones that care about like any type. You play against one of these and it was just like a theft deck. Yeah, that's what I imagine most of them are going to be. Okay, so you can play like Coat of Arms and you can play like Changelings if you want to lean more into the like typal stuff, and you know, then your Elf Lords and your Fairy Lords will work on the Changelings, so you just play things that are both types. Or you cut all that stuff and then you go, let's cut cards like this, that, whoops. Man, I'm so out of it today. I'm like off my game here. Cards like this, because you know, half your deck just doesn't work with this card. And then, you know, we want to cut anything that really doesn't like make more dudes. That one draws cards at the very least. This one can make more dudes. Create a warrior. This one's card draw. Yeah, like this is just like a random fairy. Get rid of some of these random ones. And then play more like of the flickery type stuff. So, you know, like we want cards like Ghostly Flicker, or cards that make you know, more tokens. Do we have Una, Queen of the Fan here? You can play like Una to make a lot of fairies. Hey, good luck, Alec, man. Oh, thanks, Josh. I appreciate it. Does the Fraley Saga give enough value for this deck, especially because many dorks are already elves? Ooh, honestly, I think you're kind of spitting here. This thing's kind of slow. Leyline of Anticipation, how relevant is that for this deck? I guess it lets you flash in stuff to trigger the commander. You have a lot of creatures you probably want to flash in. Yeah, that's probably fine. Arcane Denial? I mean, come on. We're, you know, we can pick any other counterspell. You know, it's you can do, there's some fun ones here. We can do Perplex, or you can do Counter Squall. Just stuff that doesn't give your opponents card advantage. Oh, the elf that makes Land of War elves? Right, the it's a spell shaper. Spell Shaper. I think it might be the only Spell Shaper elf. Yeah, Llanowar Mentor is actually kind of sweet in this deck. Because it also lets you instant speed, put an elf into play, and like trigger the effect. No Rex Sage? We can take a look at the removal package here, but yeah, maybe Rex Sage might be nice. It's good to have that that utility on an elf. I'll look for more cuts. High Fae Trickster's in here. Halo Forger. Pay X. When you do, you may cast target is there a sorcery spell with mana value X from your graveyard without paying from a graveyard at least. It's like a lot of mana for what it does. This creature enters with a -1 counter on it. It's like a 1-drop. That's pretty good. This Deathbloom Gardener is kind of interesting because we don't have all the 1-mana dorks. I feel like I know the Death Touch is kind of neat, but I feel like maybe Findhorn Elves is better just because it's a 1-drop. Cut more against Loyalist. More against Loyalist. Other elves get +1. When this creature dies, return another target elf from your graveyard to your hand. Yeah, I guess it's not that much card draw. You're right. It's kind of just one off. I keep doing that. Okay, I think this is a pretty clean 8 for 8. Look at that. Yeah, what up, Space Canary? Lonitz probably gets cut. Doesn't really synergize with the other. I don't know. I kind of like Lonitz in this list. Because, like, yeah, you're not like an elf or a clue deck or whatever. But you are a deck that wants to play a bunch of creatures, steal things from people. And this helps you recover from a board wipe. Because, like, you just bank up those clues, and late game, you can draw back into the game. I think it's like a pretty good... It's also a 2-drop, Kind of low impact comparatively. Oh, yes, Tacky. Thank you for reminding me. All right, sweet. Yes. Thank you. I want to take a look at these Okos. What do these even do? At the beginning of your first main phase, you may pay a green. If you do, transform Oko. Okay. One target creature gains all creature types. Does this do anything for us? Because -2/-7 until the next turn. At the beginning of your first main phase, you may pay blue to transform them. Okay. Mill 3 cards, put a permanent card from among them into your hand. That's not bad. Make 2 3/3 Elks. Cool. Choose a creature type. You get an emblem with creatures you control the chosen type. Get +3/+3 vigilance and hexproof. Oh, but he has no pluses on this side. You have to actually get him to 6 here and then flip him. That's really funny. Maybe off the theft, make it all creature types. Yeah, like you steal a creature, but we're not playing that many like things that buff elves anyway, so I mean, I assume this is probably in here as like a pet card or something, because it's not very good. Okay, this guy is put 2 counters on up to 1 target creature you control. Cool. Till end of turn, Oko becomes a copy of target creature you control. Prevent all damage that be dealt to him this turn. Cool. Each creature you control has base power of a 10. Are the Okos in here for flavor reasons? I'm gonna assume they're in here for flavor reasons. But I don't think these are very good cards. I would recommend cutting them. Yeah, what up, Blood Artist? Yeah, I got you, Space Canary. I feel like I haven't done one of your lists in a little bit. All right. I think this is a pretty clean 8 for 8. I'm gonna move on to the next list. Where is it? I completely lost track. Oh, there's yours. All right. I'll do yours right now, Space Canary, and then we'll get to Taki's afterwards. Tati. Yeah, there we go. All right. You have an Auntie Ool Cursewretch deck. Yo, I'm excited for Vegas. Blood Artist is gonna be sweet. I saw you're doing a meet and greet there as well. Are you doing one of the booth things? So if anybody wants to say hi to Blood Artist, you can do that at Magic on Vegas. The Walker deck Oko is really bad. Yeah, I agree. I agree. All right, let's make a new deck real quick. Text import and export, copy for MTGO. Find Finality and Lava Brink. Okay. Find back. Finality, Lava Brink. What? Oh, because it was an Owen Path card. Oh, okay. What is this card? I see. It's that. Okay. Man, what a tedious thing the Omen Paths are. Okay, and then this is the commander. Cool, we did it. All right, what did you say about this deck? You said you're looking for cuts because you think it needs a little extra protection, tutors and finishers, maybe some extra removal. I see. Vocalist isn't an elf or fae, so it's cheaper on turn prone. Virtue and knowledge will maybe go in. Oh, for the other deck. I was like, I don't think we can play Virtue and Knowledge in this. Yeah, Virtue and Knowledge is fine. I don't know, isn't it a bit slow? Virtue of... Yeah, I don't know. I think it's a little slow. Okay, Auntie Ool. It has Ward, Blight 2, which is cool. Whenever one or more -1/-1 counters are put on a creature, draw a card if you control that creature. If you don't, its controller loses 1 life. So this is pretty sweet. Is this intended to be a bracket 4 list? Oh, does Patron go infinite with Blowfly? Whenever you do a combination player, put whenever you put one or more... Oh, yes. This does create infinite, and it lets you draw your whole deck with Auntie, right? Yo, what up, Gecko Gamer? You added some tutors, but the other areas still need work. Yeah, is this intended to be a bracket 4 list? Or is the blowfly combo unintentional? No, it's probably flagged as more. Okay. I see, yeah. I don't think it's funny because of the way these automatic categories happen. Because technically, if you have these two, it literally doesn't do anything as a 2-card combo. You're just going to infinitely kill a snake and make a snake, and then kill a snake and make a snake. It doesn't like actually win the game. Now, if you have like a Blood Artist or your commander, it does do stuff, but then it's a 3-card combo. This commander is kind of interesting because like the problem is there's only so many cards that actually have -1/-1 or care about that, right? There's only X amount of things that do that. So it's always weird to add cards because you just are sort of pigeonholed in some capacity. Now, one thing you said is you wanted protection. And I feel like I want to add one of my favorite cards. Cauldron of Soul. Holy cow. Cauldron of Souls. Okay, this one's pretty sweet. Because it gives your whole team persist. Which I understand if they already have a -1/-1 counter on it, doesn't let them come back. But if they don't, like your commander, it's going to come back with a counter and then trigger its effect. I think this is actually pretty sweet. So then all your like Callwrath Knights or whatever will come back and then draw you a card, which is kind of awesome. Maybe it's a little awkward if you have too many -1/-1 counters on your own things, but I don't know. It seems pretty sweet. Feels like a good way to protect your most important pieces and then draw a bunch of cards. You need the X ones to start the loop. Tree of Perdition, Soul Immolation. What does Soul Immolation do? Blight X. X can't be greater than the toughness among creatures you control. Does X damage to each opponent and each creature. Oh, and with Tree of Perdition? Right, because you can swap with the highest player's life total and then deal 40 damage to everybody. That's really funny, actually. I think that's a late game combo. This is a 4-drop that needs to have Summoning Sickness. And then a 5-drop, like, yeah, you could line it up and do it on turn 5 if you get really lucky, but I don't think it's too bad. In terms of protection, do you mean protection for your commander, right? Because like we have like the classics, right? Like I feel like a lot of people sometimes just forget about the we just have the classic protection spells. Tree is so hot in this list. It is really funny, yeah. I don't know if you need to cut that combo. I mean, you can if winning with that would be unsatisfying to you, then you should cut that combo. But like, I don't think it's like that bad. I guess maybe it gets a little better if we add the Boots and Greaves. But yeah, what kind of protection are you looking for? Because like, there's also Vexing Shusher to like protect from counter spells, which is pretty sweet. I love Savage Summoning. Savage Summoning is a great way to like flash in an important creature that's uncounterable, and then you flash it in on an end step so they don't have a chance to remove it. You're more wondering what to cut. 4 boots and stuff. Got it. Okay. I see. Let's look a little harder at the list for some cuts. Put 4 -1 counter target creature. 3 mana. When you creature you control with a counter on it dies, you may turn another permanent. That's pretty good. Until your next turn, each creature attacks each combat if able, and attacks a player other than you if able. So it goads them, but they didn't put the word goad. Add triple red. Deal 5 damage to each opponent. Eh? Is this even better than, like, Disrupticorum? Lasting Tarfire, it could be 8 damage a turn if you're really cooking. I don't know, it might be low. I feel like this is the first thing I'm looking at. If we need board protection, Whale of the Nin is cheap. I don't even know what this is. Whale of the... Regenerate each creature you control, or Whale of the Nin deals 1 damage to each creature and each player, and you can entwine it. That's a cool card. Hexing Squelcher? I don't think so. But like that's like a really specific, type of protection. I actually kind of like Vexing Shusher more than Hexing Squelcher, because with Vexing Shusher you can force your opponent's things in through counter spells as well, because his target spell can't be countered. So if, let's say a player has a huge board and they're holding a counter spell, if you don't have a board wipe, you can go play Vexing Shusher. Hey, you now cast your board wipe, and I'll make sure it gets through. Which is something Hexing Squelcher doesn't have in terms of utility. So unless you're getting targeted a lot by counter spells, I actually like Vexing Shusher a little bit more in casual EDH. Not that this is a bad card to add. It's also plenty fine. Rotate. Up to 2 target. Return up to 2 target creature cards from your graveyard to your hand. Sure. You may put 2 counters on a creature you control, then all creatures get -4/-4 until end turn. I mean, it's a neat board wipe because it lets your commander survive because she's a 4/4. Okay. Although, I don't know, because your stuff will get smaller. I don't know. I'll think about it. Yeah, the political aspect of Vexing Shusher is pretty sweet. And, like, in CDH, Hexing Squelcher is obviously better because the mana efficiency is, like, king. But in Casual Commander, actually, I really like Vexing Shusher. Evening Tide's Shadow. Remove any number of counters from opponents on battlefield. Draw cards. Cool. Sure, John Echo. Dig Up's pretty sweet. Search your library for a card. Put that card in your hand, then shuffle. Why did I read? I know what Demonic Tutor does. Why did I read that? Deals 2 damage to target creature. It deals 4 damage if you played the Blight cost. It's like too cute, Like, you're not playing Flame Slash, so, like, I know it can cantrip if your commander's in play, but other than that, it's just bad Flame Slash. Exile top 2 cards in the library. If the Blight cost was played, exile top 3 instead. Play those? Sure. Up to 1, 2, or 3 target creatures. Each of those. Okay. Sure. I feel like Maximum Carnage is, like, I'm pretty lukewarm on. Well, this creature I just put in my spell as a counter target creature. When a creature with a -1/-1 counter on it dies, you may put a land from your hand on the battlefield tapped. Sure. Cool. What does Moxite Refinery do? Remove X counters from an artifact or creature you control. Choose one. When activated as a sorcery, put X charge counters on target artifact. Put X plus counters on target creature. That's cool. That's neat. Right. Here's the thing: is like I don't know what to cut and then put in other -1/-1 counter synergies, because I feel like you already have most of the good ones, like in the deck. You know. I always love Wither without Wither. Refinery is stupid good. Yeah, it seems strong in this list. Did I end up picking up a Lorehold at pre-release? No, I didn't. I didn't get a copy of Lorehold. I'll probably pick one up at MagicCon Vegas. I think the black one is the most generally good one, but a little bit expensive. 5-minute. Oh, you're talking about the Paradigm cards or whatever? Those ones are sweet. Those are sweet. The white one is insane and limited. Origin of Metal Bending. That's pretty good. Man, this is tricky. Because there's so many like mid cards, but then they like do stuff with counters, so you know you want them. That's the tricky part about these types of themes. It's like I can say, you know, this card's not very good all day long, but it kind of is in this deck specifically. At the beginning of your end step, create a treasure token for each creature that died this turn. Your curve is kind of low. I don't know how useful that is, actually. Yes, you need to be a patron for the deck reviews, yeah. You added Pest Infestation to yours? Pest Infestation's a really good card. I've been wrecked by that card on many occasions. Okay, Canary. I feel like all right. Here's my thoughts. I wanna give you my thoughts on these ones. Maximum Carnage. I think you already said you were considering cutting it. I think this is like, it's like worse Disrupticorum, and you're not playing Disrupticorum, so like we should cut this. I think your curve is low enough that this doesn't matter too much. Lasting Tarfire. I feel like the dream of getting 8 damage a turn is really sweet. But that requires so much setup that it's very win more. I think it doesn't do enough damage. And then Cinder Strike is like Flame Slash that cantrips, but like only if your commander's in play, and otherwise it's just like bad Flame Slash. I think it's like a little too low impact. I feel like cutting these for some protection, maybe Wail of the Nin, which is pretty sweet, I think is like the first step to adding the protection you want. Because I do feel like the rest of the list is like pretty good. You have like, you know, good interaction, good card draw, some powerful value engines with the Refinery and the Contagion engine. Like it has, I feel like, pretty flexible removal as well. Like Assassin's Trophy is quite good, and then you have the other spot removal plus tutors. You know, overall it seems pretty decent. I would maybe want like, I feel like I would maybe want a Beast Within as well. Just one more Assassin's Trophy style catch-all card. Yeah, what up, Foxels? Maha is pretty sweet in this deck. Maryland Clan Neltoth was another edition. That commander is alright. The problem is, like, it doesn't do as much when you're putting counters on your opponent's stuff to kill their things, you know? Pest Infestation got wrecked by a lot of them. Yeah, no, Pest Infestation's such a good card. It's pretty sweet. You know what I hate, though, is that the pests are different. You know what I'm saying? Like Pest Infestation, when this dies, you gain a life. That's what this pest is. And all the old ones made that. But now, if you... Oh, I thought there was going to be a... I thought Pest Mascot made pets. Pest. But the new pests are a different token. Because it's, Oh, this is from the commander set. There we go. The new pests are a different token. Because it's when they attack, you gain a life. Like, it's different. And then they did the same thing with the Inklings. Right? Like, this doesn't make... Because the Inklings were 2/1 flyers, now they're 1/1 flyers. See, it used to be a 2/1 flyer, and then the new ones are 1/1 flyers, and it's like, we changed all the tokens. We have not been in this setting long enough to change the iconic tokens. Yeah, I know, right? Surely the token switching up and having the same name is very annoying. Yeah. Yeah, maybe instead of Inklings, they could have been like Ink Boys or something. I don't know. I don't know what they would have called them. Instead of an Inkling. Like an Ink Spawn. Ink Homunculus. An Inkalunculus. Oh, the green paradigm for the Auntie... what does the green one do? It's not paradigm. I keep saying paradigm. No, it is paradigm. Put 2 counters on each creature you control. Oh. Actually, yeah, that is kind of... Yeah, that is pretty sweet in the stack. What the hell is this thing called? Germination? Germination. Ink blot. There we go. That's way better. Yeah. Yeah, the fractals are the only ones that didn't change. Yeah. Oh yeah, this cycle is really sweet. Like this one. I want to put this in something. Maybe in my Lorehold deck. I'm not really sure. Or maybe Capstone in my Lorehold deck. It's pretty sweet because I can cheat the cost on it. This one's also cool. I cracked one of these from my pre-release. I didn't play it, but it's a cool effect. I definitely want to add to a few decks. You'll replace Max Carnage with this? Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Okay, sorry, I got distracted. I think... I don't know. This is a tough list. I feel like these 4 are my like definite cuts. And then you add some mix of protection from there. I would be interested to see Space Canary, like, how the deck feels with these cuts. Spirits went from 3/2s to 2/2s. Oh yeah, they did. Yeah, Prismari Elementals went from 4/4s to 3/3s. Yeah, that's because I forgot. Oh, here's the thing about the Prismari Elementals. Is elemental token. Is that we've had things that make elemental tokens with like different powers and toughnesses forever. So I don't think it's not like the It's not the same as the Inklings, that where there's like only one thing that is called an Inkling. We've had so many things that make, like, this makes a 7/1 elemental, you know? Like, we've had that for so long. So it doesn't feel like it was a Strixhaven thing that got changed. It just felt like they're making 3/3s this year at the school. But like, yeah, like this mascot exhibition is like really funny now because all of these little goobers are not like how they are now. I think the Paradigm cards are pretty powerful. Is there a queue? A queue for for the deck reviews? Kind of. You just sort of throw them in this like in the Discord. I have like a thread that I open every month, and people can just put things in there, and I sort of just take them at random. You're not like guaranteed a review every month or anything. It's just sort of like when I have time. Okay, all right. Sorry, Canary. I gotta move on to the next list. We've done a lot of yapping. And my freaking jaw is in pain. I think I started grinding my teeth or something. I gotta go to the dentist. Can't talk too much. All right. We have a Toad Rider deck to get to. This is a great deck title. Text import and get this out of here. Mirror Room, Fractured Realm. And where is my Toad Man? Here he is. Okay, cool. Here we are. And you said a silly Drago control with focus on flash, enchantments, and creatures. Group Slug is the primary win con. Love some advice on some top end for closing out the game. Feel like card draw is good. Have plenty of interaction for bracket 3 table. During its only run out sideboard, has some ideas you're considering. Yeah, what's the stack speed to keep the table moving slow? Hoping to keep it around $100. Is that $100 total or $100 in upgrades? For this budget challenge, would like to avoid any instances of sorceries other than those currently in here, unless it's something on theme. Okay. We need win cons. I see. It's so weird that Mascot Exhibition makes 3 of the 5 mascots. Like the other 2 have. Yeah, I don't know. Some of that stuff's kind of funny. Okay, so we got 2 instants, 1 sorcery. I see, and you don't want to add any more. It is interesting you said you felt like you have plenty of interaction for bracket 3, because I'm not seeing too much interaction. I think that's kind of, it's just interesting that you said that. 150 total budget, give or take. Got it. So that's like basically where we're at. I see. Okay, so I need to double check. I remember what he does. Whenever you cast an enchantment spell, if you don't control Kemi, you make Kemi. Whenever an opponent casts an enchantment spell, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. Yeah, cool. One thing I'm not seeing is any mutate cards. which I always thought mutate is so good in this deck. And there are some really good utility mutate cards as well. Whoops. Like this one. This one destroys an artifact or enchantment when you mutate. It's pretty sweet. You had a mutate package initially. Yeah, I think going too hard on the mutate is like can be crazy for this, but I would re-add some of the utility ones. Did you cut them just because you didn't like the mutate package, or was there a specific reason? One drafted list had like 10 mutate creatures. 10 might be a lot. Yo, what up, Ori? Oka was in there because him being Marlin's brother. Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know the lore. I feel like the mutate package helps you with your problem of closing out games as well. I like Sea Dasher because you make your dude unblockable. It's because when you get multiple chemis, you start doing a lot more damage. So this will give you like additional card draw and removal while also increasing your damage. So it does both. There aren't too many like super good mutate cards. I mean, Souvenir Snatcher is like kind of sweet. You can see like a Mana Rock, which is kind of nice. But I feel like Gem Razor and the Sea Dasher are the best because your commander can give the Sea Dasher basically flying, and then you get to like draw extra cards with it, which is pretty neat. Jammed King Nefari's Betrayal when you build this guy. It's just funny. Is that the Saga? King Narfi's Betrayal? Each one mills forward, then you may exile a creature or planeswalker from each graveyard. Until end of turn, you may cast the cards from... Yeah. Yeah, the card's funny. It's not very good, though. Yeah, the other pingers, Dina, in lieu of mutate creatures, because the mana value 2-for-1 problem. Yeah, the two... it's not too bad of a 2-for-1, I feel like, with the Jam Razor, because the Cami is free, right? You get the free Cami. So if you just put one Gem Razor on it and then get the value and then you make a second Cami for free, you're not getting 2-for-1 because if they kill the Cami, you only losing Gem for Razor. So it's only a 1-for-1 unless you multi-stack the mutates on top of each other. You love the cards that made me included Smallpox. Yeah, Smallpox is such a sweet card. There's the Big Pox too from the new set. Pox Plague. Look at this. Penta Black. Penta Black. Each player loses half their life, then discards half their cards in hand, half their permanents. Like, what an awesome card. I cannot believe they printed this. You just think the name Narfi's funny? Yeah, it is. What else can we do to like increase your damage? We could Wound Reflection. This Wound Reflection is pretty sweet because it's at the beginning of each end step. So if opponent A attacks opponent B, it still doubles the damage. It's also an enchantment, so it works with all your enchantment synergies. It is like a $7 card, sadly. I don't think other printings are cheaper, right? Yeah, this is the cheapest printing. Pentablack, yeah, you got to be in like mono black for that. The mana cost makes Crick happy. I don't know if Crick. I mean, maybe. Does Crick want to lose half its life though? That's rough. What's another wound reflection-esque card that's maybe more budget friendly? This is where we bust out the old EDH rack, right? We can maybe find something that does a similar effect. Discard a card at random. Whenever it attacks, if an online permanent list about nope. I feel like EDH Rocket needs to do something about some of these inclusion rates. I mean, they're like, I wonder if they should have like a threshold of cards that should just not show up. Because like, oh, you know, Demonic Tutor is good in your. Oh, I guess this is a game changer specifically. I don't know. It's kind of weird just to see these cards pop up all the time because they're like ubiquitous. Okay, Bloodload of Aclazotz, I would also suggest, but you're doing the budget thing, and this card's like $30. Yeah, Bloodletter is just too pricey for the budget list, sadly. Oh, maybe extort cards could be the way to go. Like Pontiff of Blight? Is the card expensive? This card's gotta be a nickel, right? Yeah, here we go. The game changer slot feels like a waste of space. Yeah, it kind of does, right? Maybe a Kirk life swapping with wound reflection type effects. Now that'd be funny. That's a funny idea. I clicked the similar card button under the card weight. Oh, thank you. I didn't know they added this. At the beginning of your end step, if a creature died this turn, each opponent loses 1 life. When it becomes level 2, look at the top 2 cards of the elevator. When you hand the rest of the bin. Your end step, each opponent loses life. Equals the amount of life they lost this turn. Oh, look at that. Oh, perfect. Thank you. See, this is where EDH Rec is a very useful tool. Because now we have a wound reflection effect, but on a budget. And Warlock class is actually like not a bad card. Yo, what up, Vesta game? Okay, that's pretty sweet. Yeah, Pontiff of Blight. So the cool thing is, like, our curve is low. We're playing a lot of cheap spells. Extort is a way that we can really crank up the damage in the late game because this gives all your creatures extort. So for each creature you have, when you cast your enchantment, not only do they lose a life for this, but then you just dump all your mana into it and zuck them for a ton of life. And this gains you life. So it makes you like really hard to like pressure down. Of course, we can play any card with like extorts, you know, to fulfill a similar role of just doing chip damage. So, Blind Obedience is a really good extort card. Sorn would be pretty sweet. Are any of these enchantment creatures? No. No enchantment creatures. But Thrall Parasite is like the most mana efficient one, since it's only one mana. Thrall Parasite. We can't add Blind Obedience because you're in Sultai, but it would be good. I do what? The new White Emeritus looks like a wide board wiper if you only run a few creatures. Does enchantment for the commander too? Yeah. Alright. I think these are some decent ideas to get a little bit more oomph. I really like Pontiff of Blight in the late game. I feel like it'll do a lot of damage. And super budget option as well. All right, let us cut a few things. let's do a couple of cuts. Spark double is really funny because you don't copying your commander doesn't really do anything because you just make 2 legendary toads. It doesn't actually work, but you can copy the legendary toad itself. When this enters the battlefield, return target permanent card from your graveyard to your hand. Sure. Among Us. When Fear of Imposters enters, counter target spell, its controller manifest dread. Oh, neat. You don't have a lot of black auras. Otherwise, Grey Merchant would go crazy. Yeah, this deck is leaning pretty heavy blue, and we're really only splashing the other 2 colors. Which I do see is somewhat reflected in the mana base. 6 islands to 5 forces swap, but maybe you even would want to go even further that way, because these blue-green duels are not super great for your list. Oh, sorry, these black-green duels are not super great for your list because your deck is so blue-heavy. If a permanent end of the battlefield has an ability for additional time, sure. Sure. At the beginning of your upkeep, each opponent mills 3 cards. You may exile a creature card from among the cards milled this way. If it becomes a copy... Too random. When a trainer enters or when you unlock a room, draw a card, sure. Sure. Another Eerie card. Let's attack Surveil one. It does have flash. It is an enchantment creature. But it also sucks. It is a 3/2 that surveils one. This is gonna surveil once. Very low impact. You need black for the commander, so keep that in mind. That is true. You do need black for the commander, but this isn't a commander you need to rush out. Because well, maybe you want to curve out to him. I don't know. I feel like you might want a little bit of ramp first so you can play him and an enchantment to guarantee get your frog. So at least you don't get 1-for-1 super hard. Shadows, what do you think of linking into the mill package? Okay, that makes sense. I was going to say it doesn't feel like it fits with the rest of the deck. The Silent Hall Creeper is I don't know. I don't know if it's any good. I know it's an enchantment creature. And it probably draws you a card. And then it becomes a copy of something, but then it doesn't it's not a non-legendary copy of the frog. It's not, you don't have other utility creatures. It's just a random trigger of your commander. I don't know. And it maybe cantrips if you can get back to combat. I don't really want to cut many, if any, of these enchantments. Cradle to safety. Hall Creepers have been crazy for you? It's been crazy? Am I missing something? Deals combat damage to a player. Choose one that hasn't been chosen. So what? You draw a card and then it becomes a copy of... What? I guess the stunt double or the Starfield vocalist? What happens when you just have a Gloom Shrieker in play? And Fear of Imposter doesn't do anything for Airtie doesn't do anything for... I guess you copy Entity Tracker? Okay. It just seems slow. I don't know. Maybe it's a 2-drop. Maybe it's not slow enough. Or not too slow because it's a 2-drop. When this enters during the declare attacker's step, you may select That's funny. This kind of reminds me of misleading signpost, which is an $18 card for some reason. Misleading signpost is pretty sweet, although yeah, not in budget for this deck. Shimmering Wings and Whip Silk in this deck. Is Whip Silk the one that bounces itself, right? Yeah, Whip Silk is pretty sweet because then you can just like trigger it a bunch. Shimmering Wings is the blue one. I know there's Flickering Ward, which is the white one that's really good, but yeah, I do like these. This would also help you close out the game because you can just like replay it like 3 times. It also works with the Extort plan as a backup, which is kind of neat. Fairy Tauntings. Whenever you play a spell during an opponent's turn, you may have each opponent lose 1 life. Oh man, this deck really is death by like 1,000 cuts, isn't it? It's like so. It feels so slow, but I assume once you have like 2 or 3 of these in play. Oh, but we have Arcane Laboratory. Arcane Laboratory is really awkward in this list, right? I guess with Flash, you tried to do it on each player's turn, so you break parity. I mean, if you want to run Arcane Laboratory, then you probably don't want Shimmer Wings or Whip Silk. It's a bit of anti-synergy there. I mean, it's not that bad, but it's still, you know? Yeah, you can mutate onto the legendary token, making it unlegendary. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's why the I'm suggesting the mutate cards is because you turn it non-legendary, you make another with a different name, you know, make another one, you get extra value. It's pretty good. Fear of Sleep Paralysis. When this or another enchantment enters, blah blah blah, tap 1 target creature, put a stun counter on it. Stun counters can't be removed from permanent opponent's control. It's very funny. This really does slow them down. I think Portal Mage goes. Enchanted creatures -2/-0, lose all abilities. Eh. Ophidian Eye. How good is Ophidian Eye here? It's when it deals damage, but this is life loss, right? This is also life loss. Maybe Ophidian Eye gets axed. If your Cammy dealt damage, it would be crazy, but it's just life loss. But the other part of the message, copy it 2 times in combat with Runo Stormkirk. I mean, this is like the most win more thing I've seen. You have to have this card that doesn't do anything. I mean, it's funny. Like, I get it. But I just don't think I think it's a little too magical Christmas Land. Yeah, Fitting Eye is kind of mid. Yeah, I was gonna say if it dealt damage, it'd be so good, but it does not. Are there any curses in here? I don't think there's any curses in here. Enchant creatures, all abilities, base power types is 1. Yep. Propaganda. Why? Am I missing something? Why is this art this? Because this isn't propaganda. This is like martial law. Doesn't that like not make sense, the art? Sorry, this is like unrelated. Anyway, sorry. I'm distracted immediately. Observe stasis. Enchanted creature enters. Remove it from combat. Draw a card for each tapped creature's controller controls. Enchanted creature loses all abilities and can't attack or block. What a weird card. I kind of like it though. Do I want the explanation? No, I don't want to learn. Would this deck be interested in Bloodlove Aclazotz? Yes, but they're trying to stick to a $150 budget, so it's just out of budget. Does the flavor text explain it? I don't think so. Sorry, I'm getting sidetracked. Barring a few exceptions, we have detained all those with the allegiance to the Scions. The Rising Stones is also under our control. I don't know. I mean, like, in the vague sense that this soldier might be affected by propaganda, but this is not propaganda. Like this is propaganda. This is like magical propaganda in the mind control sense. This looks like propaganda. As long as men remain free, there will be no peace. Is like giving a speech to people, or at least that's what I'm guessing is happening. I also don't know anything about Assassin's Creed. This one, I also don't know anything about, so it doesn't look like propaganda to me. I don't know. It doesn't really make sense as propaganda. Observe stasis. Oh no, they have observe stasis in here. This card's sweet. I like this card. Curiosity and Keen Sense are fine, but this doesn't have too many like combat-oriented creatures, and you don't want to have to spend this 2 mana all the time to like swing in to like get your thing to connect. And then on top of that, like those cards are best on things that repeatedly deal damage. So you draw like 1 billion cards. Every 30th anniversary card is propaganda. Yeah, that's good. It is doing the absolute cinema pose, which is what I immediately thought when I saw it. Okay, all right. Sorry, I've been getting very distracted here. All right. Let's trim this down a little bit. If you want to stick to the Arcane Laboratory plan, then like the Wisp Silk and Shimmering Wings don't work as well. And I think that this is like a little on the pricey side. All right. I think these are my changes. I think the Amalgam's too whatever. I think Ophidian Eye doesn't draw enough cards. I think Portal Mage is kind of okay. And I think Shadowkin is not super great either. I think Warlock class will help you actually crank up the damage and has other utility and is an enchantment. I think the Mutates will also help you get more utility and increase the damage. Like, I think Sea Dasher Octopus is like a strict upgrade over Ophidian Eye here. Because even if you never attack, never draw a card with it, it lets you do more damage, and then it is about as useful as Ophidian Eye. And then Gemrace is pretty sweet. $7 fine if for that card I just cut. Okay, if you think Wound Reflection isn't too over budget, we can try and find one more cut, and it could be just one of the slower pinging effects. So it could be like maybe like Fairy Tauntings or something. For this, like I know it pings one more or whatever, but Wound Reflection will probably deal more damage. You know, it ups your curve, but maybe it's a better finisher in that way. You jam Confiscate. confiscate. I mean, it's okay. Like you can play control magic effects if you wanted. They kind of give you like a slightly better way to deal damage if you want to like attack, but it also doesn't have too much synergy with the rest of the deck. I don't know. Okay, then I think these 5 are pretty sweet. I would say this is a decent cut, and I think other than wound reflection, everything I'm suggesting is pretty budget. Yeah, keep the Shimmering Wings like idea in mind. It's like not a bad thing to add. It's just very color intensive, right? Because you need to, because it costs like a blue to play and a blue to bounce, a blue to play and a blue to bounce. Same with the green one and the for that whole cycle. So it has downsides, but it's pretty useful. All right, I think I got time for one more, and I'm gonna do. I have one more list. All right, let me pull this up here.
What is going on?
Okay, can people hear that? Can you guys hear it? Well, Ruby, I gotta get to this one. This one's gonna be a little different. Maybe we'll do yours, depending on how quick this takes.
I can hear it myself on the stream.
You can hear yourself on the stream? Okay, cool, perfect. All right. So this one is this is our editor Yusuf, who edits the podcast.
What's happening? This is my. Oh, what's up?
Oh, I was gonna say we got you doing a deck here.
Yeah. This is my Clive Devotion deck that I've been working on. So hopefully all the bookmarks are coming up correct here. Everything in green I own. I've built the deck. Everything red is what I'm thinking about adding. I have a very long list of considering cards, as well as it looks like it's not sort of the same way on your end, but there should be a section called strongly considering. There's like 65 cards in there I'm debating on. But the handful of things that are red are stuff I've added that I am thinking about doing. And then there should be also a swap section. Those are cards that were inside the deck that were that I've swapped out. So you kind of see like some of the history of stuff I've already tried. Right now it goes off around turn 6 or 7, and it usually allegedly would win on that turn. But anyway, my goal for this deck is to throw it. I want to run it at bracket 3 specifically. So any ideas for that? Right now it's kind of heavy on the discard synergy / having devotion enablers. Yeah, so that's the angle right now. A lot of the changes that I've made to it recently were just bringing the mana curve down a little bit. So adding a lot more, like I think I added a couple of like 1 and 2 mana permanents to help get the devotion enabled earlier. Because I was noticing like when I brought in, I was having trouble. Like I'd bring Clive out, but I was only getting like 4 or 5 draws off of him. So anyway, that's where we're at right now. I'll let you talk.
Yeah. Okay, so Clive has like a ton of text on him. I think it's helpful to like read what he does.
Yeah, go ahead.
So he's a 6-mana 5/5. When he enters, you discard your hand, then draw cards equal to your devotion to red. So he's actually like legit card advantage, assuming you have more devotion than crap in your hand.
Yeah.
And then you can pay 6, and he flips, dips, and skips into this saga creature. And then he fights a dude immediately, which is kind of sweet because he's a 9/9, so it probably kills something.
Yeah.
And then he adds quad red.
Yes.
And then flips back around, which is kind of fun.
Yeah.
Also,
budget wise, I have like $75 of store credit on Card Kingdom, so I'm happy to, whatever you suggest. I'm thinking 10 or 15 cards probably. But if there's something you're like, we just need this. Anyway.
Yeah, I want to just like hop in the playtester for a second here.
Sure.
Because I'm wondering if like a lot of this deck is just kind of. Okay. All right, that was a very slow hand. Don't play anything until 4. Okay, I mean, I guess with the Soul Ring opening, it's probably keepable. Then we can like discard, draw. Okay. Okay. Oh, I didn't mean to go back to the homepage there. For sure, Clive was in Use of Some Important Cards in the last podcast. I think it was, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is a really good commander.
I've been having a lot of fun just working on this. I've been working on it for like the past, I don't know how many months. Just testing it. I've been playing with my siblings, and then kind of coming back to the drawing board. I've been doing a lot of research. One thing I was looking at recently was kind of like tweaking the land base a bit. So I own Talon Gates of Madara, but I don't have Fire Nation Palace or Arena of Glory. Those are like the recent things I was goldfishing with. I thought they'd be nice. I could fit in, right? Okay, I could fit it. Like obviously, like Nykthos is the obvious,
right?
Land,
Nykthos is like, yeah.
I don't want to blow $50 on my budget on like one piece of land. I have I think it's one of the Lotus cards. It also taps for devotion. It's slower than Nykthos, obviously, but like I'm not until I really love the deck am I going to save up and cop that. And at that point, I may just proxy it. To be honest, it's really expensive.
Nykthos just needs a reprint, which is like
so bad. Anyway,
pretty bad. I think we want more cards like Laughing Mad, but like the actual cheaper 2 and 1 cost ones.
Okay.
Like I like the Tormenting Voice, Demand Answers. Like I'm a big fan of some of these just for like early game looting around, because in this deck you really want to hit your land drops because your commander's a 6-drop. Like this is it's a fat mana cost here, and he has a 6-man activate ability. And because this is such a mana hungry deck as well, I think we want some of the big ramp pieces. Like I think you want now sadly this is another card that you might want to just proxy until it gets reprinted. $50. Yeah. Throne of Eldraine is one of the best cards for any monocolor deck, period. Because it makes quadruple of the color, but you can only cast monocolored spells with it.
Which
and then you can also pay 3, tap, draw 2 cards, which is pretty sweet.
Yeah.
But there are more budget-friendly versions of this.
I was even considering running a Sticker Goblin with the Magic Online version.
Oh, Name Sticker Goblin? Yeah.
If you're familiar, I figured I could rule zero that and have a replacement if people aren't cool with it.
I have no, it's legal. You can play it. I played it in my Seed deck.
Oh,
you just need I proxied 10 stickers for it.
Nice. Well, I was I'm talking about the way the Magic Online version works, where you roll a dice instead of putting stickers on it.
Oh, I mean, yeah, that's probably a better idea. Uh,
Yeah.
Refa
Anyway.
the Great, I like where you're headed with the Thran
Mhm.
Dynamo, but this deck is so red intensive that I actually
Mm.
think we're better suited with like Gilded Lotus.
Okay.
Man, I really love this new feature on EDH Rec to just be like, look at similar cards. It's kind of fun.
Yeah. Nice.
Because sometimes I forget the names of things like Coveted Jewel. Coveted Jewel could work here.
Mhm.
It's kind of
Yeah.
risky, but Coveted Jewel could work.
Mhm.
Uh, if only someone made a video on why you should just proxy lands. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's
I
so
mean,
expensive.
I'm pretty sure I have a Fire Nation Palace rolling around. I can just give you. But yeah,
Yeah,
Arena
I'll
of
see you
Glory
at
is.
MagicCon if you're happy to throw stuff towards me.
Yeah, yeah. I'll just bring
I'll
some
accept
stuff
the
and
help.
hand them over. Yeah,
Yeah.
if you want to, if you're in the chat and you're going to Magic on Vegas, you can get a game in with me and Yusuf, probably playing this deck.
Yeah, I'm gonna be testing it a bunch. So
I think a Chroma is too high of a mana cost.
okay, I like
Um,
her for finishing as well as the fact that she has a lot of um like a lot of pips on her.
yeah, but we have like a
Um,
9/9 in the command zone. Like,
yeah, that's fair.
I feel like we do reasonable damage here. I'm
I've also
not
been
super
considering.
concerned.
Yeah, I've been considering the other Perforos. I have his lesser version, but at the time when I was building it, I didn't have the budget to fit in big Perforos that burns for two. But he would work really well here because
I think
obviously
little
I'm running.
Perforce is gonna get not little. I guess this Perforce is gonna get cut as well because
Yeah,
you want the stuff to stick on the battlefield to actually get the devotion. He's more for like
yeah,
cheating in a big thing.
yeah, yeah.
Um,
I think I when I put him in, I was okay with it because I was thinking, okay, stuff with like ETB, I'll like bring in, but the deck isn't inherently like creature ETB focused besides Clive. And then
yeah,
like so I'm
I don't think it
yeah,
works too well with the list.
I'm running and I'm running Blade of Selves mainly for like flavor because they did a printing with Clive on it. But the Myriad is really funny for Clive to like to discard twice back to back or even
I mean, it
triggering.
works. It works well with
Yeah,
like your Fnatic and Mogus and stuff. I was gonna
yeah,
say,
yeah.
Obsidian Fireheart chat. This has the best reminder text in the game. The land continues to burn after Obsidian Fireheart has left the battlefield. That's an
Yes,
awesome bit of reminder text.
dude. Is a dope card.
Yeah, what up, literally, Lisa? Glad you're loving the videos. Perforos 2 Sneak Attack Boogaloo. Yeah, that's what he's called. Generator Servant or Curse of Opulence work. Ooh, those might be good ideas. I like Curse of Opulence in this list, and
Mm,
Generator Servant is also pretty sweet. Oh, hang on, sorry. There's someone at my door. Yusuf, entertain the chat while I'm gone.
okay. What's up, chat? The trinket mage is gone. This is my stream now. Dragon Channeler here doesn't have enough target. Yeah, I put Dragon Rage Channeler in just because I thought I'm already putting stuff in the bin. It's nice for that devotion. You just like one red pip. I can throw it out early, but if it comes out late, it's still relevant. Uh, Hmm. Yeah, I mean, I'm not familiar with those cards. Look at that. Oh yeah, I have so I do have Generator Servant. I do have Generator Servant. It's in con just removed all of my considering tabs. Yes, I like Generator Servant. But I agree with Refa here. It's nice it's nice early, the mana is cool. Um but yeah, it does get it does obviously sack itself. So um, yeah, we do lose it. Curse of Opulence. Look at that one. I feel like I looked here. Yeah, I have Curse of Opulence in my considering as well. Yeah, I'll probably that one's in my strongly considering list.
Hello.
I don't know. What's up?
Hi. All right. I'll have to get up in a
Both.
second again. This is
Okay.
a very tedious thing going on where Devin has ordered something and then UPS is like, you have to pay tariffs on it, which I've never seen before. I'm like, what?
Yeah, dude.
And then the confirmation didn't go through. So it's like, you're here with the package. I would just like the thing. And like, I've already paid anyway.
That
Very
sucks.
annoying. Just going to wait for the guy to get back. Anyway, let's go back to.
Yeah, both
Go
of
back to
the
your deck for
cards.
a bit.
Yeah, both the cards suggested are in my strongly considering list.
Oh yeah, I just
For a
deleted all
minute,
those lists to be honest. It was too much to go through.
you're fine. I was gonna say I was. Are you familiar with the card Simian Spirit Guide?
Yeah.
I had that in this list for a while, but it was one of those things where like it wasn't quite wasn't it wasn't like it was never relevant that one mana like when I drew it. So I cut that. Um,
Yeah, Simian Spirit Guide is good in like combo decks that need to like hit
you need
like
that.
X amount,
Mhm.
um, and then like instantly win off of their combo or whatever. But like for this, you'd rather just play like a mana rock.
Yeah, that's what I felt as well. I have a couple. I think I'm running 2 copy spells at the moment. I have where did I put it?
Maybe we
Increase.
add Flame Shadow Conjuring. Flame Shadow Conjuring is pretty fun. It's like a 4 mana enchantment. When it enters,
Mhm.
when a creature enters, you can pay a red. If you do, it makes a token copy of it that gains haste, and you exile it next end step. The token copy
Ooh,
does have devotion, and it sticks around to the end step, which is pretty sweet. And then it also lets you just like have a second Clive ETB for 1 additional red mana, or an additional copy of whatever, which is
that
pretty
is very
sweet.
cool. I have not seen that card yet. I feel like I've seen every red card at this point. So that's dope. I've looked at so many cards. Like I said, like I have like a 200 or like 100 something cards that I've been looking at.
Chad is saying, "Oh no, you already have mana geyser." Okay.
Yes, I do. Yeah, yeah, and I have increasing vengeance as well as oh my god, what is that?
Oh, hang on, that guy's back. 1 second.
Mhm. Flare of duplication. So yeah, I was for chat here. I was playing against my older siblings and definitely hit. I definitely hit. I think it was Mana Geyser or the other one. To Geosurge. Yeah, I cast Geosurge. I held priority. Flare duplication. Had like 12 mana. Threw
Ow.
down Clive. Threw down Itali. Is a very good turn.
I feel like
Um, yeah.
in this deck we want to like this just feels like we want to be more like red mid range, kind of like value, and then use
Mhm.
Clive to just like refill our hand whenever we can.
Yeah.
Um,
Curse Mirror's in the deck. Lord Soth.
uh, Chris Mirror. Oh yeah, Chris Mirror is in the deck. It's pretty sweet.
Yep.
Definitely good in this deck.
Yeah.
I
I
feel
was
like
considering the new Strixhaven card, the Tablet of Discovery.
I like Tablet of Discovery, but you're not that heavy on instants and sorceries.
Yeah. I liked it, but I think Curse Mirror's better. Yeah. I'm definitely happy to cut cards like Haste Magic. There's a couple of cards in here that I've put in just because I have them, for kind of like placeholder.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like at the moment, like win cons are cards like Fanatic of Mogus. Obviously is a big one. Even if he gets binned, I have he makes copies. Feldon of the Third Path. So he's very good at closing out games. And then I have Magmakin Artillerist. So like when Magmakin Artillerist is on the board, and then we get like multiple Clive triggers, obviously that's a lot of damage. Because if I'm potentially discarding 7 or 8 cards, drawing, and then discarding again. And then I have a couple of like damage doublers as well as Torbjorn is in here.
Yeah, the damage levels are pretty sweet because they let you.
Yeah, and their enchantments.
So they stick around for the devotion.
Yeah, I just found that Furnace of Wrath, 3 pips, and it does double to creatures or players from any source, not just creatures.
Yeah. Have you seen City on Fire?
Yeah, I have that one and strongly considering as well. I think that one was again a little pricey when I was building it, but like I said, I have like $75 of store credit. I just traded a bunch of stuff in the Card Kingdom, so that's why I'm like I want to get some cards right now before Vegas, so I can see if it can hang out and what's it called? Hang out with y'all in bracket 3 or probably not 4. I mean,
this is not going to be a 4.
No. I was gonna say I think I need. That's why I need to bust out Nykthos and some of those faster cards.
Attack creatures are going to have double strike. That's kind of fun. You know what's a card I like? Maybe it's too crazy for this list. Bedlam? Just creatures can't block.
It's funny.
Yeah. Maybe. Oh, maybe this is a good Grenzo Havoc Razor deck. I love Grenzo Havoc Razor. Sweet card. He's got double pips for devotion early, which is good. And then when you hit a player with a creature, you get to goad something they control, or you exile the top card of their deck and you can yoink it.
That's cool.
Yeah. Cool but rude could work. Oh, maybe cool but rude works.
I have cool but rude. Also in considering. My only holdup with that is just because it's a Turtles card, but it's a good card. It would enable for more discard synergy.
Okay, hang on. I'll be right back, hopefully for the last time, and then I'll be actually back.
The Red Stillstone equivalent will be really good in this deck. Ash sell it. That's cool. Huh, that's cool. I like Ash sell it. Put that on the considering list. Shadow the Goblin. What's that one? Also, Refa the Great. What is the Red Soulstone? Is that from the Marvel set? Is it printed yet, or is there a spoiler?
Man, this tariff stuff is complete BS. It's so annoying. The like payment didn't go through or whatever. Whatever. I wonder. I kind of I think we want more MDFCs. Just to like up our
Okay.
land count a bit more too.
Yeah,
Like, we don't have
think
sudden.
Yeah, I was running before I added in the other stuff. I think I just had like 40 mountains. And then it's 38 with MBFC at the moment.
Is that not sudden eruption? Is that not the card? What am I thinking of? Chat, what am I thinking of? Oh, Sundering Eruption. Yeah, I'm a big fan of this card. This card's very good. Where did it go? It's an untapped land on the other end, which is sweet. But then it also is like land removal, so you can blow up an opposing Nykthos or something. And then it also gives creatures without flying the inability to block. So it lets your guys effectively have flying for one combat.
Okay. Very cool.
Valakut's Awakening. Yes, that's the other one. This one is like kind of like a must-have in any red deck. I mean, it's a bit of a pricier card, but it's very good.
Yeah, I've had that one on the considering list as well.
I would also. I feel like we just want like more grindy value. So this is like an Imperial Recruiter angle as well. So Imperial Recruiter lets you grab Jaxus, and then you can use Jaxus to make copies of Imperial Recruiter, which then grabs you other things. Grabs you your Feldon. It grabs Dragon Rage Channeler. It grabs like a bunch of other things, and you just kind of like get value from that. It lets you tutor up Anger, which then you can discard to your Jaxus, and then you get Torbrand. Like, there's a lot of value there. It's pretty sweet. And then it lets you grab Squee, and then you can ditch Squee to Jaxus to make copies of other things and get even more value.
Okay, yeah. It was so funny. When I was working on this list, I think you guys put the episode out where you mentioned Squee, and I was like, "Oh, I have a copy of Squee, and he'd be kind of funny in this deck."
I do love Squee.
Yeah.
I may be cool, but Rude is not that great for this list. I do think City on Fire is pretty strong.
Yeah.
Could we have a Priest of Urbrask in the deck? Oh, maybe. Priest of Urbrask is pretty sweet. It's red and 2, and it just adds triple red. So it's basically 0 mana. But it just adds 1 red pip to your devotion count.
Yeah. And I could Feldon that, or
he had power balance in there. I think we cut it. It's literally not going to do anything in this deck. It's going to be like it's going to be like a nothing card. Think about what? Think about what? They're going to be like, here's my 4 mana card, and he was like, here's my 5 mana card, and then that's it.
But when it hits,
you're gonna need some top deck manipulation before you do that. Invoke Calamity is also pretty sweet. I don't think we have enough instants and sorceries to make it work though. Fork effects, there's not too many things to fork. Like, I'm not even convinced Flare of Duplication or Curse Vengeance are that good in this list. Because we just don't have enough things to copy.
I do have both copies of Koth in the list as well, but
yeah, cool cards. Not sure how good they are.
I like Koth of the Hammer.
Me too. I love this
better. A little better than I like Fire the Resistance for this deck, just because when he comes out, I'm able to kind of like I was using him for like kind of like big turns or turns where like I just need like a little bit more to get Clive out or like that sort of thing. Fire the Resistance is just, I mean, land ramp essentially is all he's like really doing.
It's not even ramp, it just puts it in your hand.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I like the card. It looks cool.
I mean, that's plenty reason to keep a card, you know?
Sure.
You think Koth of the Hammer is good? I think Koth is probably fine. Like, this minus is pretty strong. He kind of lets you, double spell pretty easily.
Yeah.
And he is kind of ramp because you can untap a mountain that you tapped. So he does let you go from turn 4 to playing Clive the next turn.
Yeah, I like that about him as well.
Chandra is actually quite good. This card's very strong.
Yes.
All right, we have like a ton of cards to add, and not enough cuts, which means we need more cuts. I don't really know what to axe though. A lot of the stuff is just kind of like generically good. Maybe this girlfriend Ifrit is not great. Fell into the third path, Mobius, Tali. Yeah, the creatures are pretty good, and the ones that aren't great, like the Cyclops thing, it is triple pips, so it's like very relevant.
Yeah. I was also considering it's one of the Minotaurs. Find this card.
Everybody.
Oh.
Thunderous Might. It doesn't give trample is the problem. And it's like not a thing you could play early that actually gives you devotion. Replace Shunt with Return the Favor. Oh, you know what? That's a good idea. Return the Favor is really sweet.
Yes. Yeah.
Return the Favor is very good. Spiteful Banditry seems to... Oh, you know what? Facts. Spiteful Banditry is quite good because it's another enchantment that like lets you get early devotion, and it pings all the creatures or whatever, and then whenever one or more creatures your opponent's control dies, you make a treasure token. Only triggers once each turn, but it's kind of easy to have this come down early. Maybe kill some utility creatures, get a dude. We have Fanatic Amogus already in here, which is super good for this list.
Yeah, that's like the obvious include.
Soul Ring, Stockpile. This is a really good Stockpile deck. I love Stockpile. Instead of, do you want Thought Vessel? I guess no, max hand size is not terrible.
I was considering Glinthorn Buccaneer as well.
Yeah, I don't think we have that much discard enough outside of Clive for it to do anything.
Okay.
Like, I feel like it's one of those cards where if you, like, play Clive and everything's going well and you draw, like, 6 cards and you draw your Glinthorn, it doesn't actually do anything for you, you know?
Mm.
I think we just want to be more like a value pile.
Okay.
Detective's Phoenix. I don't think I know what that is.
There's a ton of Phoenix cards that have ways to bring themselves out of the bin, basically.
Yeah. Bestow, collective. Flying Haste is plus. Oh, you know what? Yeah, because you can you can cast it for its bestow cost for just 6, for just 1 red, as long as you collect evidence 6. And then it's just plus 1 devotion, and then you can give Clive haste or something, which is pretty sweet. Or whatever
And
creature
flying.
you want. Yeah. Flying and haste is pretty nice. And then you can cast it from your graveyard using its bestow ability, which is cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I had that one on my strongly considering list as well.
Oh yeah, look, man. Yeah, I don't know what he's talking about either. This actually legitimately
Sorry.
might be a Reliquary Tower deck. Like I rarely suggest Reliquary Tower, but you are 1 color, and you actually can draw a lot of cards and want to keep them because you want to just grind for value super hard.
Yeah, I have Thought Vessel, but Reliquary Tower might not be a. There.
I do agree. Why Ashling? We don't have a lot of instants and sorceries. That's true. We're not gonna really trigger its effects very much.
I think I just like Ashling just for the not losing the unspent mana, because like Clive's thing,
Here's the thing: is like the problem with that is what happens a lot of the times with cards like that is you bank up this mana and then they remove your Ashling and you lose the mana, and then you've wasted all that tempo because you've spent mana on effectively nothing.
I see.
I do agree.
Yeah.
If we're not triggering Ashling's abilities, it's like, eh.
I also just had the card and I was like, okay, I'll throw it in. Yo, Brian Buscemi, I have a stack of snow-covered mountains and extraplanar lens sitting next to me because I've been debating about swapping out the mountains for snow-covered and doing that exact thing.
Oh, if you have it, then yeah, you should totally do that.
Yeah, I have a whole stack.
Dude, I have a copy of the Masterpiece one if you want to ball out.
Dude, oh yeah. Put all those. Let me find my stack here.
No, I love extra
also,
lens and monocolored decks. It's so fun.
Yeah, I have.
I mean, you could also play it. We could play Cage Sun. Does a similar thing. Doubles all of our mana.
Here it is. I was like, I have too many. Yeah, in addition to first note for extraplanar lens angle, I also have the instant spell Scred that deals damage based on snow permanents you control.
Yeah, Scred is cool.
So I have both of those. I have both extraplanar lens and Scred, and a pile of snow covered. I think I was on the fence about the snow covered strat because of I think there was a card or two that referenced like mountains specifically, and I wasn't sure if it counted.
Yeah, they count as mountains.
Oh, dope. Okay, then yeah.
Let's bust out the wall and play Gauntlet of Might if we can. Have you seen Gauntlet of Might? Yeah.
Yeah,
holy,
dude.
Look at that. 9999999.
Oh, baby.
Holy.
Yeah, I mean, obviously a card like what's it called? Oh man, I was debating about I don't know how to pronounce it. You know the card Oger Axanil?
Oh yeah,
it's
a good card, but you kind of need to build around him more. I don't think he fits in the deck.
Yeah, I was just thinking because like there's enough cards that say like deal 1 damage, deal 2 damage off of a trigger. And I'm like, okay, even if he's just base power, like adding to it, and then if I have any kind of doubler, I thought he might be cool. But it's also like a $30 card.
Yeah. I don't know. I think you got to build around him a little bit more.
Yeah, I just like the fact that he also becomes land. I run him in I have a mono red deck I play on Arena. I like that card in that.
Oh, dude, it's already like 12:30. Okay. I think I gotta get going soon.
Okay.
Okay, but I have this list here. I think I'm pretty confident on these cuts, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like I think all of these are like solid cuts.
Yeah.
And then you cut a few more mountains for like some of the MDFC stuff.
Okay. I was gonna say Johnny Ronan 6018. Literally, I have Boros. I have a small bit of hybrid cards I was considering, and Boros Reckoner is on that list if they allow us to have split mana cards.
Yeah, I saw that, but
yeah.
Not this time.
One can dream.
All right.
Okay. Well, dope. I appreciate that.
Yeah. I'm excited to see this deck in person.
Yeah, I don't know if I have the budget for all of these cards you suggested. It's like $200 of
Yeah, we'll see. I'll look through my stuff and I'll just I can give you the stuff that I have.
If you have like proxy cards of it, I don't care.
I got lots of random things. We'll figure it out.
Sure, I'd appreciate that. Yeah, I got stuff for you too, by the way.
Hell yeah, dude.
Meet up. Dope.
All right. Well, thanks to everybody for tuning in. Thank you, Yusuf, for joining me. Ruby, I know I didn't get to your deck, but there is going to be one more deck review on the 27th, probably. So, assuming everything goes well, I will stream there, and I'll hopefully get to your deck and a few more. Thanks to all my patrons. for submitting their decks. If you want your deck reviewed like this, not like this, you're not going to be in the call like Yusuf Wiz, but on stream, click the
I got
link
special
below.
privilege.
Yeah, special privilege. All right, thanks everyone.